Back underway here at Herbert H. Carnegie Center here in North York. It's a 2-0 Toronto Junior Canadiens lead. We have to take this 2-0 advantage. The first goal from Matthew Wild is 41st at 16:43, and then Gabriel Mamedov his 8th at 17:44. The goal-scoring plays, opportunities, but that has been a common theme for the Rangers here over the last 4 or 5 games, just an inability to capitalize on the chances they do get. In the Milton game, they had very few looks, but the Patriots game here on this homestand, as well as even Trenton, even though that finished 9-1, the Rangers had some chances in that game early. If they're able to convert on a couple of them, maybe that's a different score line, as they've really struggled to put the puck in the back of the net here over the last little while. Cini in the corner, battling for this puck, and the Canadiens dig it free back to the blue line. A long shot. Monaco with an easy save on it. And the Rangers looking to get a hold of the rebound. They cannot. And it's sent into the slot for Owen Say. Backhanded down low in behind the net. Centering feed. That got blocked. And the rebound is fished to the blue line. Bertrand playing it down low now for Say once again. Return to Cooper Bertrand in front of the goal. And Wild was left wide open, but the pass didn't work. Bertrand on the near wing. Down around behind the net, racing to it. Hayden Heinrich, he gets there first and beat Ethan Kowach, and it is a 2-0 Canadiens lead. Hit there along the boards by Michael Dion. Comes back up to the blue line. Sagrasso over on the far boards. Backhanded down low into the middle of the ice. Sagrasso, and he had it hop over his stick. And now we'll swat it back into the zone in around Trent Warren. Played across by Dion for Rutherford. Rutherford trying to spin off some checking there around to Dion. He had the puck hop on him, but the Rangers are able to get it out to center. Brought on by Mitchell. And on the left side, he squeezes around Sagrasso, who took him into the boards. Right on the far wing it goes. Up the wall, Haldenby had it caught up in his skates. Kyan Haldenby able to backhand it to the line and not out at first. And then on the second opportunity, it does clear the zone, and Van Watershoot sends it back into North York territory. Fed ahead at center, looking for Campbell on a long up. That's picked off and brought in the other way. A chance and a save by Monaco there. It is a face-off coming here to the right of Monaco. And the Rangers get it out. Kimmelman, who took a big hit from Owen Say in the first period, able to play it into the zone. And around on the wall it goes, brought out at center by Kara. File off for Jay Feldberg into the middle of the ice, and that hopped on Mamedov. Over to the wing, and that shot down on goal, stopped by Monaco. Rebound turned back by Pacheco. Ashton Pacheco went over the line with a shot, and getting in front of that is Kowach to deny Ashton Pacheco of a goal to have the lead. Off the draw, puck to the corner. Streetsy over-skated it, and it is picked up by the Canadiens and thrown around the boards. Out at center, that's picked off and brought back in the zone by Patterson. He tried to slide it through. That doesn't work, and out to the line it goes. Able to keep it in for a moment with Cini, but here are the Canadiens picking it up with Vogelsberg. And over the line, he couldn't play it in around Cini. Vogelsberg, though, gets it back. Lorenza! Oh, he sent it just wide, and the rebound out the other side was fanned on by Vogelsberg. Back the other way, Streetsy. He's got Rimmer dropping it back for Kean Noble. Noble couldn't reach the puck, and down into the corner. Rimmer to Streetsy. Hops on him, and look out. A chance for Vogelsberg with Cini trying to get back Vogelsberg in, and Cini got a hook in on him, or a slash, and that will be a penalty to Jack Cini, as he couldn't to try and add to their lead. Here's Efdomovsky. getting it returned. Eftimovsky up high, playing it across with Fukakusa. Off for Eftimovsky, winding and shooting high and over top of the goal as it deflects. Monaco dives out of the goal to... So a face-off, to the left of the goaltender. Here's Eftimovsky, scores on a pretty behind-the-back feed by Bertrand. Michael Eftimovsky 1 times at home, and the JRC are up 3-0. So a nice power play goal there for the Canadians, and third on the power play. And all of a sudden, this game has gotten away from the Rangers again. It was scoreless with 3:44 to go in the first period. Canadians have 3 quick ones since, and they lead by 3. Here's a chance. Walking in, and a shot on that is stopped by Monaco off McFarland, and that's a big save. There's a shot down on goal by Sagrasis that was tipped, and Monaco makes a save on it, and it is brought on by Campbell. In over the line, Stephen Campbell taken out along the boards, and here the Canadians able to get it out with Sagrasis. Looking ahead at center for Haldenby, but that doesn't work, and it is turned back by the Rangers. A big hit there along the boards by Sagrasis on John Mitchell, who is slow to get to his skates. No penalty called on the play, and Mitchell will go off. So the Rangers, who lost Kai Hagawara in the last game, hoping that Mitchell's all right. Brought in over the line now by Toronto the other way as Mitchell gets attended to down on the bench. And here's Rutherford with it. Jackson Rutherford skating through center, and it is shot into the Canadian zone. They get to it first, and Eftimovsky playing it around for Loretto out at center. Now Moore gives that away at the blue line. Look out. Drop back, and here's a chance on goal. Monaco the save. He couldn't find the rebound. The Canadians do. Centered in front of the goal. That's picked off, and it is going to be brought out at center. Shot into the zone by Warren, and the Canadians ringing around the boards. Rimmer out at center for Bannister, who then turns it over. But now Rimmer gets it back, and he's in on the left side. Feathers it through to the net, and it is scooped up by Kowach, who will hold on as Rimmer was looking for Patterson, but the Canadians here in the second. Canadians have added to their lead with the Eftimovsky power play goal. Here they come again and over the line, charging hard to the net. A wraparound try, and Lorenza couldn't stuff it in. Clear to the line and not out. Vogelsberg knocks it down in a shot, and that was blocked by Noble, and out at center come the Rangers. Ahead for Streetsy, and on the left side, Streetsy tried to play it through. That doesn't work, and it comes out to center to Benson Moore. Moore working his way to the red line, and into the zone it goes, but no further. And tossed back out to center, up off Moore's stick. It's brought on by Malkassian and over the line. Malkassian tried to center, loose puck in front of the net, and it is played away by the Rangers to center. McFarland dropping it back, and now the Rangers on it through center. Tyrell in on the right wing side against McFarland, and McFarland shields man from puck there and brought out at center. In over the line come the Canadians. A bit of a grab there on Mamedov, it looked like, but it doesn't get called. Puck down on goal, and Monaco is down on it. Rather, that was Fukakusa who was involved there. Bit of holding ran on him there, but it didn't get called, luckily for Ranger fans. And it is tossed across to Tyrell off this face-off. Owen Say backtracks to pick it up, and here come the Canadians, thrown in over the line. And Say able to keep it in at the point. Down low, Fukakusa's centering pass doesn't work. Moore tried to play it around behind the net and lost it. Fukakusa trying to battle for it, kicks at it anyhow, and it comes in front of the goal. A chance here. They're down by 3 already. If they're able to get one here with a man advantage, that would certainly do them help in trying to get back into this game. Here's a race to the near wing boards. Canadians get to it first. Play to the blue line, and then Noble is dumped by Van Watershoot right at the point. Kean Noble is sent to the ice, and he goes off in some pain. Here are the Rangers with it centered. Streetsy couldn't reach it. Back to Bannister, and a blocker saved by Kowach. Van Watershoot couldn't find it. Played back to the point. Over to Sini from Bannister. Jack Sini with a long shot through a crowd. And up into the screen that goes. Kurt Mitchell banged up earlier, although he appears ready to come out for his next shift down on the bench. But Hagawara came back as well, and now he's a scratch today. So returning to the game is not necessarily indicative of 100% health. Here's Rimmer from the blue line, tossing it on goal, and Streetsy redirected it just wide. Patterson able to get it back to the blue line. Sini down low, looking for Streetsy. He can't get to it. Van Wheely does, dropping it back. Play to the line, and an excellent job by Rimmer to knock it down with a low stick. Played down on goal and wide of the net. What a play by Rimmer to knock that down and keep this alive. And now the Canadians are able to clear. 40 seconds in the penalty. Brought in by Patterson and over the line, trying to step around his man, centered in front of the goal. And he couldn't find Streetsy with it. And the puck is fired out and down the ice. Sini as the Rangers look to catch Toronto on a change. Patterson zips it off the end boards, and it comes to the side of the goal. I think he was trying to ring that around, but he couldn't, and now Streetsy. So Mitchell is back out there. 20 seconds to go in the power play. This puck played to the line and maintained by Moore. Down into the area around back of the goal. Mamedov at the blue line. Piccinino holds it in, steps around a couple of defenders. Fan on a shot, gets knocked down, centered in front. That's picked off, and here come the Canadians back the other way. It's a 3-on-2, including Fukakusa out of the box. He takes the drop pass, return feed, in around back of the goal. Trying to walk out Loretto, and a save made there by Monaco. Piccinino the other way for the Rangers. In over the line. Tried to drop it there for Elenis. Puck along the half wall. And down into the corner. Piccinino from an angle, and he's zapped it high over top of the goal. Back of the blue line, a shot. Moore had that denied. Rebound to Piccinino, who stepped around his man. Played it down low as he was falling to the ice in the corner. Rangers in there with Elenis. He's worked over, and puck comes in front of the goal. Still loose there, and a shot. And that is stopped by Kowach as he reaches out with that left hand and zaps that away with a glove. 8:15 to go in the second. Side. And rimmed around. Held in by Vogelsberg. Here's Bannister. Playing it ahead for Pacheco. He tried to play it between his legs. That doesn't happen. And over on the far side, more for Trent Warren. Here's Patterson. In over the line with some speed. Riley Patterson dropping it off. Pacheco couldn't handle it. And the Rangers caught now as it's brought back the other way. Malkassian one-on-one in a shot. And getting in front of that was Moore to send it wide. Here's Bannister going crashing into the goal. And the net is knocked off its moorings with 7:20. Streetsy and Say being instructed where to line up for this draw. Shot in by Wild. Off the face-off, and now Rangers without a goal in their last 6 periods as net down on goal and stopped by the netminder. Another puck down on net the other way, and that is stopped by Monaco as he denies his man. Here's Wild the other way for Toronto, playing it around for Owen Say. At center, Wild picks that off and sends it right back into Ranger territory. Bannister being harassed there, and then knocks his man Fukakusa over in response, and out at center it comes to Eftimovsky. Over to Ben Loretto, and Loretto gets it ahead. Wild in over the line, already has his 41st goal of the year in this game. Overskated that, able to get back on it. And here he is around back of the goal for Say, as the Canadians get the cycle game going a little bit here. Say up top, still with it, winding and shooting. That's blocked in front, goes wide of the net. Rebound, backhanded to Fukakusa at the far boards. Dropping it back. Trying to walk in was Eftimovsky. He could not. Here's Fukakusa up high. Fukakusa waits, takes, and that's stopped by Monaco, and the rebound flutters into the corner. Kane Tucker up the boards. He can't clear. Fukakusa holds it in. Wild backhands it across. Reaching for it is Loretto to try and play it in deep. That's cut off, though, and played ahead. Brought on by Tucker to Ellenis. Kane Tucker going in after it. Tried to center in front, and he just missed Rimmer with that. Rangers mixing things up a little bit here, trying to find some offense of any sort. At center, Rimmer unable to come up with that. Falling on the play is Say, and that's going to be a penalty here. Nope, Noble's out there, so it is not him. There's a shot off the face-off and a glove save on that. So just under 5 minutes to play here in the second, in a 3-0 Canadians lead. Looking for their second power play goal of the day as Loretto sends that through, and it's redirected wide. Here's Rutherford, unable to get it past Van Wheelie there. And back up high it comes. Haldenby after that hit. Plays it across for Loretto. Here comes the one-timer, and that didn't get all of it. Haldenby for Loretto. Across it goes. Shot on goal there. Stopped by Monaco off Van Wheelie. Back up high and maintained by Loretto. Puck in front of the goal. Be making dinner plans with one another after this at this rate. Although it is Super Bowl Sunday, so that might be postponed. So 4-on-4 here for 1:18. Here's Carafile as Lorenza gets the high sticking call. Carafile dropping it back for Heinrich. He had that swatted off his stick, and it's brought back the other way by the Rangers. Here's Patterson dropping it back for Cini. He couldn't get that through to the net. And in transition, back comes Mamedov, dropping it back. Here's a chance for Wild that he couldn't take. Excuse me, for Carafile, and now it is played ahead at center by Cini. Heinrich back. And brought on now by Toronto. Played across Malkassi in a shot, and Moore directed that over top of the net. Brought back by the Rangers' Patterson. In on the right flank, a shot down on goal. Easy save there for Kowach. Puck high into the air, and the Rangers almost able to swat that home. Here's Ellenis along the boards. Hit separates him from the puck, and a battle ensues down in the corner. The Rangers win. Here's a centering feed in front, and that's clear to the blue line, not out. A good keep by Bannister. Played across on the far side, centering in front of the goal. Loose puck and a swing at that, and Kowach will cover up. 2:37 to go as the Rangers generate some offensive zone. Fourth power play of the afternoon for North York. And off the face-off, Canadians get it ahead. And they battle for it along the wall. Rangers pry it free, and it's played around for more before being returned to Bannister. Power play over as we approach the 2-minute mark of the period, 2 minutes remaining. And now here's Bannister playing it across. Sent ahead, and a nice play by Campbell to get that in around Fukakusa. Goes in there after it on Loretto around back of the goal. Played around, and Vogelsberg to the line. Pacheco knocks it back down into the area below the goal line, and it is brought out by Van Waterchuk. Played across, and down on goal. Sticked aside easily by Monaco. Centered in front, Fukakusa. Back to Bertrand. Over for Ben Loretto. Return to Cooper Bertrand. Now to Vogelsberg. He had his stick interfered with on the play, and then one of the Rangers lost his stick, so Loretto just swats it away. And just have not been able to capitalize. It's already their 5th of the game, and we're not yet through 2 periods. So it goes as an interference call to Vogelsberg. And the Rangers will try to get one here before the end of the period and go into the third down by only a couple. Here's a drop pass for Kean Noble. A shot on that is plucked. They'll have 28 seconds of power play time that'll straddle the intermission. Here's a puck into the middle of the ice, and Rimmer's shot was stopped there by Kowach. Freed up by the Rangers and dropped back by Patterson to Bannister. Nicholas Bannister off for Patterson once again. Patterson for Bannister. Patterson calling for a return feed, doesn't get it. Here's a chance. Shot there blocked as Noble couldn't get it through. Rebound is going to be played to the line and out by Haldenby, who was down on the ice when he was able to get that out. Patterson races after it. And it is brought on now by the Canadians. Flipped through, and that pass doesn't work. A long feed through center cut off, and Ben Loretto will send it back down to the Ranger zone. Monaco unable to slow it up, but off preview. The Rangers now 6 points behind St. Michael's for the 7th spot. They were at 1 point, 2 points back, but this losing skid has dropped them a little bit further off the pace, although those two will have a couple of meetings with one another over at the school in the next couple of weeks. One of them coming Tuesday over at St. Mike's, so that is an important game for the Rangers to win if they want to get that 7th spot. Here's a shot by Van Wheely that's turned away with a blocker by Monaco. And wouldn't they love a comeback here in the third? Rally from down and out in this one. Rangers just looking to get on the board, as it has been a difficult proposition lately. 7 periods without a goal for the Rangers here on this homestand. The last one was in the second period, early in that period, against the Trenton Golden Hawks last week. Here the Canadians down into the zone. And it is around to the far side. Rutherford will get it ahead for Pacheco, and now John Mitchell head at center and over the line with a long shot down on goal. In 11 out of their last 15 games, and things were looking up. They were 2 points behind the Buzzers, as we said, for that 7th spot in the conference, and potentially avoiding the JRC in the first round, but that outcome is looking more and more unlikely by the day. 3 weeks to go in the regular season. Final regular season game for the Rangers is here 3 weeks from today, March the 5th, against the Mississauga Chargers. Here's a puck out at center. Loretto swats at it and gets it ahead. Here's Lorenza, who's had 3 trips to the penalty box in this game, trying to barge in on goal, and he couldn't get in around the defense. Here's Lorenza over on the far side, taken into the boards by Rutherford, who tried to kick it ahead along the wall. Rangers come up with it, and here's John Mitchell through center and over the line. Mitchell trying to hand it off for Campbell. Return feed didn't work. Here's a puck at center, Mulcassian. And over the line, he tried to look for Wild. There's a puck down on goal, and Wild with a opportunity there, and Monaco stopped that. Another centering pass doesn't work. Back to the blue line, not out in a shot. And that scores. As that leaked through Sebastian Monaco on a long shot from the blue line by Michael Eftimovsky. And that is his 2nd of the afternoon. And Toronto's 4th as they go up 4-0. 3:01 into the 3rd. So Michael Eftimovsky with a pair. Wild and Mamedov the others. One more goal in succession for Eftimovsky. He'll have himself a natural hat trick. Here's Bannister throwing it down into the Canadian zone, and it is grabbed off and sped through center by Fukakusa. He's got that another gear as he tried to step around more. Now to Wild. Wild down low. Hands it off now for Loretto, who tried to send it down in the corner and does for Owen Say, driving the net, and he sent that wide. Wild rather picks that off. Here's a puck down low, returned in front of the goal. Wild couldn't handle it initially, plays it around. It missed Say over to the far side. Matthew Wild scored his 41st in the first period, takes that shot down on goal, and that doesn't get through. Cleared off the glass to the line and out to center ice. Eftimovsky ahead for Say. That doesn't work. Bannister feeds it down the ice all the way on goal, so that forces Sagrosas back in his own zone. Around the wall. That's going to be held in by Trent Warren. Now here's Patterson dropping it back. Kean Noble with a shot, and with no traffic in front to nothing today. Here's a draw won by the Rangers, a shot. Kean Noble had that go off a leg wide. Over on the far side, Canadians get it ahead, and out at center is Bertrand trying to kick it forward. Now brought on by Warren, and over the line. Offside is called. Trent Warren just a little ahead of the play. And here are the Canadians off the draw. Fed ahead in a race for this, won by Van Wheelie, a shot from a sharp angle, and that was stopped by Monaco. Rebound tossed back in front of the goal, and now brought back the other way by Rimmer. He puts the brakes on, stays on it, and plays it down low. Streetsy lost it, and it is brought back the other way by Toronto, a shot. Monaco. Sunday, a week from today, another 2:30 face-off. or thereabouts here at the Herb. Rangers played the Cougars at home back on November the 6th. As this puck down the ice, that was a game won by the Cougars 6-2, as called by the lovely and talented Anthony Regan over here, as yours truly was out of province for that affair. As a puck down the ice, the Rangers, if memory serves, actually scored the first 2 goals of that game before surrendering 6 unanswered in that 6-2 defeat. Here's a puck battled for back of the goal. They're fish it free after an hour and a half down there. Up the boards, able to be held in by Moore, who threw it off a body in front of the goal at the blue line. Bouncing disc, and Patterson, will take it out to center, and now he brings it right back in over the line. Trying to elude a couple of defenders, and he does. Riley Patterson, a shot that stopped in the rebound, was unable to be connected upon there by Elenis. Kowach with the save on Patterson, who's had a few looks today. Patterson with it again, bringing it in over the line. Had it knocked off his stick, but he's able to chase after it. Back to the blue line, and it comes out to center. Here's Lorenza in over the Ranger line. Spun around there as he got knocked down. Bannister unable to come up with it, and the Canadiens player is hooked and no call. The evidence was lodged inside the chest of the opposing player, in between the arms it looked like, and no call was made on it. So the Rangers dodge a bit of a bullet there over on the far side. It's brought back on by Mulcahy, around back of the goal, to wrap around in front of the net, and that doesn't work. Eftimowski able to hold it into the blue line, has that knocked down by Piccinino, and Anthony Piccinino with that sneaky speed in over the line, trying to go wide on Loretto, but he could not, and then Loretto takes him hard to the boards. Streetsy at the blue line, playing it across for Michael Dion, getting a shift here in the offensive zone. Tyrell down low, looking to fish that free. In there to offer support, Streetsy, and Tyrell comes up with it, rolled to the point, and Dion sends that up into the screen and out of. So the Rangers looking to avoid being shut out for a second straight game, and that shot is blocked and goes over top of the goal as that opportunity from Rimmer doesn't work. Here's a chance the other way. Fukakusa takes the pass on the backhand, scores. Tyler Fukakusa driving hard to the net, and he's able to slide it home past Monaco to make it 5-zip. Tyler Fukakusa with his 31st of the year. So Wild his 41st, Fukakusa his 31st. And now the Canadiens right back to the attack off the faceoff. Wild around back of the goal. Dishes it off. Here's a wraparound attempt there by Sagrasis that stopped. Fukakusa up the boards. Knocked at by Kimmelman. Here's a feed in front of the net, and that was broken up as it was in search of Owen Say. Down low, Say hauled down. Cini battling with him. It comes up the boards, and Kane Tucker will get it ahead at center, trying to force it in over the line. Doesn't work. And the Canadiens have it back. Eftimowski to the red line. He's impeded there by Tucker. And now Rutherford will deal off for Cini. Pass into the skates of Elenis. He gathers it in and plays it off for Rutherford. Down into Toronto territory it goes. And back on the puck, Ben Loretto to get it off the glass to himself. Excuse me, that's Bertrand, 14. And now out at center, Van Wheely. In over the Ranger line, Connor Van Wheely. 12 goals as a member of the Canadiens, as we said, been a very good pickup for them. Here's Bertrand down in the corner. as he activates with a 5-goal lead. Van Watershoot in back of the goal, trying to muscle Campbell off the puck. Here he is getting it ahead back to the line. Heinrich down low. Around behind the net as the Canadians hem the Rangers in again. Aldenby to the point, net misfired, looking for Heinrich. And back down into Toronto ice it goes with less than 10 minutes to go here in the period. Heinrich speeding through center all by himself, chips it in. Goes in there after it. Rangers get to it first. Unable to get it around the boards is Noble. He's got it again, and Kean Noble loses an edge. Loses his stride there a little bit. And now fed ahead, and Campbell will get it to Streetsy at center as the Rangers look to go to the attack. Off for Dion. Fed around. Tyrell over on the near boards going forward. He's in a battle there. Patterson involved as well. Streetsy trying to help out for the Rangers too. Brought out by the Canadians, and then over the line they come into the corner. Dion takes Feldberg to the boards. Here's Carafile trying to find Feldberg's shot. Monaco the save. He can't find the rebound for a moment. And the Canadians do. Over on the far wing boards. Now around to this side. Noble and Heinrich in there with one another. Heinrich knocks Moore to the ice rather. That was not Noble, it was Moore. Here's Patterson the other way, looking to spoil this shutout, and a save on that by Kowach off Patterson. Here's a puck battle for the half boards as they hack and whack at this. Trying to free it up finally. And they do. A chance. Streetsy! And he's stopped by Kowach. The Rangers battling along the boards. It kind of lulls you to sleep sometimes, those puck battles with the teams trying to pitchfork it out of there. And they do finally. And Streetsy by Kowach. Draw one by North York. Rimmer with a hack there. And another battle along the side wall. Puck comes free, and it is brought on now by Toronto. Down into the zone, Vogelsberg after it. Tried to play it in deep, that doesn't work. Piccinino attempts to get it ahead, but can't pass Lorenza. Moore in the corner battling for that, comes free, a wraparound attempt. Monaco the save, and the rebound is put wide of the goal. Rimmer takes a jolt there from Vogelsberg, and over the line they get the pass. Here's a chance, and over the line a chance, and a save by Tucker. Or a save on Tucker, rather, by Kowach. As Kane Tucker with a good look there. Wild bursting through center on Jacksini, trying to go wide in front of the goal. A chance, they bang at it. What a save. Monaco got a piece of that, I believe, after the Wild centering pass. He was looking for Feldberg initially. Fukakusa, I think, got a whack in there as well on it. Puck high into the air. And glove down. Back to the blue line it goes, a shot. And Eftimovsky's attempt directed wide. Feldberg down low. Wild misfired on a pass for Fukakusa, and then that's thrown through the goal mouth and just out of the reach of a potential redirection. Canadians gather it up at center once more. Here's Fukakusa in over the line. The Canadians captain shot off of the Legasini wide, centered in front of the goal, looking for Wild. That doesn't work, and it's returned in transition by Campbell the other way. He's 1-on-2, played it in over the line. Bertrand takes it back and plays it ahead. Here's Fukakusa trying to look for Van Wheely. That didn't find him. Owen Say takes it. His pass blocked. Campbell picks up the loose puck, and with 6 minutes to go, Stephen Campbell will start out with a long lead feed. He was looking there for Pacheco. Icing on the play is waved off, and the Canadians go back for it. Here's Bertrand over on the near wing boards. Patterson pressuring him. Here's Loretto now. Playing it across for Owen Say, and out he starts in over the line. Say working into the slot, a pass off for Loretto, down low it goes. That doesn't find anybody. Back to the blue line, Sagrasas. Down low. Rangers onto it, and Kean Noble gets it around for Moore, who feeds for Campbell, but that missed him. Haldenby across. Monaco out of the goal, plays it high over the head of Heinrich, and out. Will be 2 full games if they're unable to, and then scored early in the second period against Trenton, and that's it. Only 2 goals on the homestand so far in 3 full games, and most of another one as that shot down on goal is swallowed up. And Kate draw one right off the face-off. Patterson's shot didn't make it through to the net as Ellenis won that draw cleanly. Here are the Canadians with Sagrasas playing it around the boards. Eftimowski's there to backhand it ahead. There's Van Watershoot back up high. Sagrasas, a long shot, redirected, and it went just through the crease and out the other side. Ahead at center, Kimmelman, and now Ellenis bursting in on the right side, a chance, and he sent it over top of the goal. Lucas Ellenis looking for that icebreaker for the Rangers. Patterson down low, trying to come out with it. Here's Ellenis, a low shot. That stopped. The rebound is gathered in. Piccinino on, and he loses the face-off. And that, Kowach. This time the Rangers are able to win the loss. Canadians won the draw, but they unable to get it out. Rimmer to Piccinino, and now that hops over the stick of Rimmer. And back come the Canadians the other way. Here's Malkassian trying to come out with it. Up high he does a lap. Shot on goal. Monaco to save. The rebound to Hayden Heinrich, and he couldn't get that shot through. That hit Rimmer, and he is in some difficulty. So that would be a big loss as Jack Rimmer took that shot right off the hand. Here's a puck thrown in front of the goal. Canadians center it again, scores! Lorenza is left alone there right at the bottom of the near circle. And Alex Lorenza makes it 6-0 with 3:19 left. Sent up into the screen and out of play. Game that has long been decided. Got to keep one of your top goal scorers, point producers, healthy as we wind down the regular season. Rangers still comfortably in that 8th spot, but they'll have to get things back on the right track once again as the Lindsay Muskies are trying to close in. A 5-2 loss for the Muskies down at Westwood last night. Jeff Shimoji and his Toronto Patriots really playing good hockey these days. They tied the Collingwood Blues Friday night, did the Pats. So they are really playing well. Excuse me, it was an overtime loss for the the Patriots, pardon me, in that game. But they get a point out of it. It was the Canadians who tied last night against the Wellington Dukes. Here's McFarland at the blue line, sending that shot wide of the goal. Here he is with it again, trying to center. And that's picked off. 100 seconds to go. Back at the blue line. Say trying to keep it alive, and now out at center, down into the Canadian zone it goes. So the Patriots, even with that overtime loss, a really good effort against the second best team in the league and the top squad in the Northwest Conference. Collingwood, a really good hockey team, and the Patriots toe-to-toe with them Friday, and then a nice win last night over Lindsay. As they do the Rangers a bit of a favor in that regard. There's a chance bursting it over the line there. Was Vogelsberg as we enter the final minute here on this Super Bowl Sunday. Played down low by Carafile as he looks for Feldberg around back of the goal. It comes now in front. And out start the Rangers. This is a 2-on-1 developing here if they can hurry on it. Centered in front. Streetsy's pass was blocked as he tried to find Tyrell. And it is tossed down the ice. Offense. Not so much create offense, but convert offense. They've had opportunities at different points. Not so much the last couple of games, but even early in this game, a few chances that they had, just unable to convert on them, and the Canadians have a much larger talent pool, let's be frank, and they have converted on their chances here to the tune of 6-0. Is the seconds wind down, a drive over top of the goal by Van Watershoot, and that will do it. So a 6-0 victory for the Toronto Junior Canadians as they put up a touchdown on Super Bowl Sunday. They don't convert it, but they put it up and win it by a score of 6-0 as the Rangers are shut out for a second straight game. And now we'll look ahead to St. Michael's on Tuesday night over at the school. As for us, we'll see you next Sunday afternoon with the Cobourg Cougars here at the Herb for the only time this year. Look forward to that one here on Hockey TV, a 2:30 start a week from today, February the 19th, against the Cougars. We'll talk to you then. For Anthony Regan, Nicole Indovina, and everybody else here with the Rangers, I'm Ben Brown, bidding you good evening, from the Herb, and enjoy the Super Bowl as the Canadians win it 6-0.